Can I help you?
Yes, I think. You are Elle, right?
Yes.
That is you.
Yes? Have I done something?
No, I don't think so. I did have some questions, considering other conversations I've had. I know it's a bit late, but I'm hoping you might indulge me.
You should know there's people living in here.
Well, then we'll speak quietly.
Alright. Come on in.
Don't mind if I sit,
Can I
do
get
you?
something? No, you may. What sort of questions do you have of... I see.
So, Miss L. There were a couple conversations that I've had with a few people. That has led me to your doorstep. You're not in trouble. Nothing you have to worry about.
For you to walk it to my doorstep at this hour, I must be.
No, I admit it's a bit selfish. I don't sleep, really. There were a few things that boggled me a bit, that maybe, if I'm lucky, you might be able to tell me all about.
Wouldn't these be better posed for Venora?
Does Venora often speak on your behalf?
I can speak for myself.
Then, let us speak.
Alright then. What do you wish to know?
There's a great deal of people here that I've spoken to, that I've also know a great deal about. You see, my work is very sensitive, and what I mostly focus on is the destruction and destroying of monsters. Actual monsters. Things that would rip both you and myself apart if they get the chance. But because of the location and the type of report made to the Barons a few months ago, I've come to realize that a great deal of people that you are interconnected with are present. A lot of them from Adwick, I mean. A lot of friends of yours from the capital. Dario recognizes a great deal of you, so he was able to point most of you out and tell me what I need to know.
And that is?
That is, back in Adwick, you had quite the role, didn't you? You're quite important. You helped the alchemists just as you do now. Old habits die hard, I assume.
I barely knew anything of alchemy, or the alchemists.
And yet here you are.
In Adwick.
You've obviously stuck the path. Whether it's helping them or directly, I do not know which, but you are present.
We escaped.
We?
Many people fled.
Yes, but who out of your group escaped?
Forgive me. Who out of my group?
Honesty with me is always the best policy. It keeps things...
What names are you looking for?
Now, if I just listed names off for you, it'd be far easier for you to evade my questions. As of right now, you don't know what I actually know. Perhaps I'm just confirming something that I do already know, and I'm looking for an excuse, if you lie to me, to have you locked up or something of the sort. You have no idea. The point is, I do know the information given to me both by Dario and the files that the Inquisition has on a good few names with you. We're present in the capital and are now here. The Warforged Tang is present. You are present. The one called Lisa is present.
Most of the people I traveled with here are no longer here. The one who is mostly stuck by my side is Tyr. And Jensen.
Miss L.
Yes.
When you were in Adwick, you resided in a grove. Did you know?
Not for long.
But you did.
Not by choice.
But you did.
For a short while, yes.
Who frequented that grove?
Many a person.
No, they didn't. It was
They
a
did,
small,
actually.
select few that frequented that grove, outside of the connections from those from Ledford and those from Adwick that are still present here in this fucking city, or town, I should say. There were only a few of you that lived there. Who were they?
The few who lived in that grove.
Yes, Miss L.
Why do you want these names so badly?
Because I'm an Inquisitor and it is my job. And I'm choosing to speak with you rather than do what my peers and brethren would do, and that is cite that you are an enemy of the state, and we have an agreement with the Redauds, and they can't risk losing Imperial support because they'll lose their war without us, so they won't risk upsetting me, so they will hand over any peasant that I demand. So instead of doing that, I've come to your house at around 12 in the morning to come speak with you.
There are a number of people who were there. And there were a number of people who came and left.
Doing everything in
Are
your
you
power
asking me
to
who
avoid
permanently...
telling me names. Who lived in the grove? Who lived there?
You forgive me. From what I've been told of your kind, it could be a death sentence.
Then you would know not answering my questions is a death sentence. I've come to you with open hands. Asking questions. Because I need to determine something about this current city and current forest.
We had a dryad. Two wood elves who joined us. A maiden. And Tyr.
Still need the names myself. I've been dealing with your friends and your ilk as peacefully and kindly as I can. I've told you what my intent here is. It's to destroy and kill monsters. Now there's something
And why the inquiries?
that has to do with some people that might be here. That might be more susceptible to something that lurks in the woods. They might already be controlled by something that lurks in the woods. If you want the truth, every night I've been going out to the Sabine and killing elves. Soldiers that have been lurking, acting erratic, behaving strangely, with no markings of any house. Definitely from Eshmethalos. But they behaved so erratically.
Why?
Why what?
Why are... And how? How do you know they were out there in the first place?
Because it's my job. If you must know. It is guarded intelligence at the moment that a common folk does not need to know. There is a contingent of unmarked high elf soldiers taking up residence somewhere in the Sabine. No one knows who commands them. It is not the emissary, and it is certainly not the Eshmethalos border guard. No one knows who they are. And none of them would answer my questions. In fact, most of them barely responded to pain. It's like they could ignore it.
I have no idea.
Yes, well, that's why I'm asking you to tell me what I'm asking. I believe there's something involved that can control one's mind. Control one's thoughts and actions. And if someone lurks and lives within the wood permanently, then they may start to get affected. Whatever sickness or illness that spreads as whatever this is takes hold might already find its way to those there. So, I've seen a lot of familiar faces here from what I have read thanks to Major Dario. And what I've heard from some of the people here. Too many coincidences. For all intents and purposes, I am of the belief that there is a grove hidden somewhere in the Sabine. And rather than comb it with men who eventually find it, I have chosen to ask an inhabitant.
I live here. This is my home. You knew that well enough to come find me here.
Yes, now you leave town frequently, in the company of the people in that building at the port side. Often. You forget that your friend, Venora, asked my men to gather the ingredients that they need. We have been all over the forest. I have taken my time to learn my surroundings. I've seen you out there. I've seen a couple of you out there. I've not tailed you. I don't have a reason until now. But you yourself have made it clear you're no alchemist. So you can't tell me it's to collect herbs. Maybe you're guarding the people who are collecting herbs. Maybe. Maybe that's a good enough story.
I'm a crack shot with a bow.
But that girl Lisa is here, who frequented the Adwick Grove. The Warforged Tang, who practically lived in your Adwick Grove, is there as well. You, whether you stayed there long or not, are here as well. Now I'm wondering, who is this other hooded healer? Because Major Dario told me
She's
a very familiar woman named Rose used to come in and out of Adwick, dressed in full red robes, healing the sick.
She existed, yes.
My patience, unlike my power, is limited. Are the same people that were in your grove then here now?
Not all of them.
Who is missing?
The 2 wood elves that I mentioned before. They're gone. Our dryad is gone. And the maiden is gone.
I want to believe that in totality. I do. But you did not refute that there is a grove in existence here. At all. I've stated it as fact throughout this conversation, and you've not said that's not the case. But if your dryad is missing, if your maiden is missing, then there would be no grove.
Not for long.
Why can't any of you people see that what I'm doing is for the greater good?
Because your kind have tried to kill me before.
Have I tried to kill you?
Not yet.
Your kind have tried to kill me. Minding my own business. You know what I've done since I've come to this province?
Do tell.
Hunted a creature that apparently you people are very familiar with that comes from the deep underground. With a sickness that apparently flows through a lot of you. That if I did report appropriately, you would all be gathered up and burned for the safety of this nation. I guarantee you, if I took the time to sit down and speak to the barons about how easy it is for it to spread, that they would take no chances. But instead, I pushed my staff to work closely with your Miss Venora. Point is, things could have been much worse and bloodier up to this point. I don't say that in a threatening manner. But I'm saying if I really did not care about anything other than my own results, I could have gotten them probably a week ago. The more that you people push and pull and resist me, the less that I can get the results I need to ensure I can hunt what I must. I'm not your enemy.
You just told me you've been killing elves.
Did the rest of it slip through your head? They're acting erratically. They're not behaving like elves should. They're not behaving how living human people should. Living elf people should. It's like they have a one-track mind.
So what monster besides the one that you know of are you trying to hunt?
Something is controlling them, and I'm trying to find the source. I have never encountered anything like this before. I don't know. I've also heard rumors of something down in the spider caves that seems to be controlling the others. Telling them what to do. I've never heard of such a thing before, and I'm going to have to go there next. But the less that people give me, the more likely this thing might come out on top.
I have been to the spider caves once. I don't know of anything you're speaking of, though. I've not heard of it. I only went to the entrance.
Where do you come from, Miss L?
Lionhall.
You're an Irelandy.
Hmm.
There's a hint of an
I
accent
know I was in
there.
Adwick.
Yes, well, there are people in different countries that may not have been born there, but you have a bit of a strange lilt when you begin to enunciate. It doesn't sound like an Irelandy accent.
It's where I've always lived. At least as far as I know.
Perhaps I'm off. Lionel, where were you when the war started? Out of curiosity.
There. Living with 2 merchants.
Said you were forced to that grove. Was it your first experience?
Yes.
You said you didn't want to be there. How did you wind up there then?
I was chased there.
Chased. By what? Orcs?
Your kind.
It's very vague. I mean, you don't really know what's under the mask. I might be a self-hating elf. You have no idea.
I don't think they would welcome a self-hating elf.
You'd be surprised. But no, maybe you're right. It was my kind. What kind of my kind?
Your kind.
An inquisitor?
Yes.
Which one?
I don't know. Didn't stop to ask his name.
Yes, I suppose you wouldn't, would you?
No.
You wound up there, didn't want to. Did they force you to do anything?
They did not.
Not at all.
No.
So then what, you got this willingly? I've seen the effects of wild magic before. I know what happens when one pulls from a conduit or a caster that isn't ready for it, it shouldn't. Or somebody that has no business being involved in magic. It can completely drain someone to nothing. Even if they don't mean for it, it is possible. Are you sure that they did not force you to do anything?
No, they did not.
Very selfless, then. You're willing to risk that much for whatever they did. Was it worth it?
I'm alive.
True. Alive when so many are not. That is a blessing in itself.
I'm sorry.
Nothing. But was it worth it?
What got me this was.
From what I understand, the people of that grove would make others give and give and give, and never give anything back. I'm surprised to hear this. I don't know if you're protecting them because you think that I'm going to go after them. I have no intention of it. But if you feel the way that you say you do, then perhaps you're far better a person than I originally thought. Maybe. Well,
They gave me a home when I was running and scared.
yes, well, they say that someone who gives when they have plenty isn't really giving much at all. If I had 200 silver and you had none and you were starving and I say, oh, you poor girl, and I throw you a silver, well, for you that's a lot, that's great, you'll eat for several days. But I didn't lose anything. I didn't give anything up. I'm not as benevolent as it's made out to be, because I gave you the bare minimum. You, being who you are, were grateful. To you, it was a lot. To you, it was an act of kindness, benevolence. To me, I did what I had to make my conscience shut up. Or perhaps someone was watching. Now, if I was to split what I had, or perhaps buy you a home, or perhaps help buy your passage somewhere where you could take care of yourself, or buy you the tools you needed to make a living, or something of the sort, where it cut in to what I need for me, or what I want selfishly for me, then that is benevolence. They give you more than the bare minimum. Or did you give far more than you ever thought you would? Get nothing but a pat on the back. You need not answer. That is your business, not mine. Thoughts that I have meeting different people from different places, I suppose. Well, if there is a grove out there, it would be wise for me to inspect it at some point before it fully dies. To see if something is feeding off of it, or draining it of what it is. I don't expect you to tell me where it is. I'm sure your own friends would view that as a betrayal. I will just have to find it of my own accord. Well.
Why me?
Whatever do you mean?
Why ask me above anyone else? You already said you have confirmation that Tang and Lisa are both here. Why not ask them?
Maybe pity. Maybe for whatever reason I
Pity.
feel bad for you. I don't know. Maybe
Why?
I'm guilty of the same fake benevolence. Who knows? Who knows? You have yourself a good night, Miss L. Appreciate your cooperation.
Your type. Killed everything that I held dear. And I've met people who've given everything. And they ruined that too.
Is there a point to your reflection?
No.
Maybe we're all just thinly veiled monsters on the inside, Miss L. Maybe it was always there the whole time. Maybe you're the same. You'll never know till you're in that position. Hopefully you never are. Night. Thank you for your cooperation. People in this town. God, they're all knuckleheads. You read everything you can. Read the files, research, learn about them before you ever even meet them. So far, they're proving everything I've read true. Whoever knew these people or know them must curse every single fucking day. They must try to reason with the unreasonable. Oh, fucking figure. Trying to fucking help people. Trying to go about things outside of the doctrine. And all I find out is that perhaps I'm wasting my time. Perhaps Victor and Oleander are right. Blood and steel is all most of these people understand. Try to reason with them, they don't want to hear it. Tried to work outside the parameters of punishment. They don't want to hear it. Tried to do right by people. It's a trap. Sure, of course. I understand that they'd be distant because of what I am. It's obvious. Very fucking concession I make. It's just made things harder. I could have had this solved and fixed well over a week ago. I should just have the Major get 100 men online and start combing the woods for this fucking grove, find it, and find whatever the fuck is infecting the Sabine. Because if it's not a renegade dryad, something worse. I have no idea what it might be. I've barely even met any of these people and they boil my blood.
Yeah.
Hey.
Fuck
Hello,
you,
chat.
man.
Sending you on a raid. Thank you for hanging out, Chatteroo. Oh my god, Flonica is live. Cybermonk 2077. Did you know Cybermon stands for Cyber Monsters? That's quite the title, Flonica.
Damn.
And now you're going to get raided. Thank you, chat, so much for hanging out. I truly appreciate each and every last one of you. You guys are the best. Go ahead and send you on your way. Hope you had fun. I'll be looking forward to looking into episode discussion. And I'll see y'all later. Bye. Bye, chat. Dreaded because you can't accept the fucking past. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye, chat. Bye.